Hey friends, welcome to the House of Creativity with me, your art teacher, Miss Osina. A couple of rules before we get started. Remember, this is a pre-recorded lesson, so at any time that you need to stop this video, push pause, rewind, fast forward, take a bathroom break, or anything like that, you can always push pause on the video to do that. And in case you need to catch up or maybe I'm going too fast, don't worry, it's okay. You can always rewind or push pause when you need to, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to start with our candy cane project. Now remember, for my 5th graders and 4th graders, last week we started this project if you were done with the value triangles. If you were not done with the value triangles, then you were still working on those. But for my friends that were finished with the value triangles, you guys began your overlapping candy cane project. Now, if you remember, we started this last week and I said that I was going to go over the directions again for my friends that were still working on the value triangles, okay? So, by the end of the project, once we are done drawing all of these different candy canes all over our paper should look something like this, okay? And so we started this last week, and so I want to start again from the beginning for my friends that were still working on the triangles. And I want to start by letting you know that in order to draw a candy cane, it's really simple. You're just going to use the letter J. I'm going to draw with my marker so you can see it easier on the screen. You guys can start with your pencil and then trace with a marker. The letter J. Now, you can do this any way you want to. You can flip the letter J. You can turn it any kind of way you want to. I'm going to start by doing it like that. And there's my letter J. Now, in order for me to complete my candy cane, I'm just going to put a horizontal line like that, go down and follow my candy cane all the way through, like that. Now, that looks kind of messy because I'm holding it up for you to see. I'm also going to get a new marker. But that's the basis of how to draw a candy cane. You're going to work with the letter J. And then when you draw the lines, be sure to make sure that the lines are going diagonal. Okay? Now, my advice is that you don't draw the candy canes too small because it'll take a really long time for you to fill up this paper. Remember last week we were going over overlapping. We explained that our candy cane is a freeform shape, which means it doesn't have a name because it's kind of like the letter J. So by the time we're done making the candy cane, it will be considered a freeform shape. But in overlapping, we talked about how overlapping is putting something in front of another thing, or putting one shape in front of another shape to give the illusion of depth in your artwork, okay? So when we're trying to draw and overlap things in a drawing, what we would do is, instead of drawing on top of the object that's already there, instead of drawing on top of the object that we already just drew on, we're going to go around it. So I'm going to draw another letter J, but only I'm going to flip it upside down. And when I get to here, notice it touches my candy cane. I don't want to draw on top of it like that. I want to come underneath it right here and keep my line going like that. Now when I finish up my candy cane, I'm going to come down here and, am I going to draw on top of it? No, I'm just going to come underneath it and close it up. Okay, and then I'm going to draw my diagonal lines and keep going. Now, if you started this last week, I suggested that when you do the first candy cane, you color it in. And here's why. Because when you fill up your paper with a bunch of candy canes using the black marker, sometimes it can get a little bit confusing and you don't know which candy cane goes with which. So it's kind of easier when you draw a candy cane and then go right ahead and color it in. And then do the next one and then color that in and keep going until you're finished with the candy canes, okay? Now, for my friends that started this last week because you were already done with your value triangles, way to go. This week we are going to finish it, and when we are done and after we have finished coloring all of our candy canes, we are going to make sure you also outline them with a black marker or a black crayon so that the lines are very bold so that we can see them. But once you are done, you are going to take a picture of it. You are going to upload it to your computer and then upload it or send it to yourself in an email or just download it directly to Schoology. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the assignments tab, and it'll also have everything you need to know about overlapping, other videos attached to this assignment that talk about our overlapping that we kind of went over last week, okay? So my friends, when you are done with your first 2 candy canes, make sure you color the first one you do first, and then the second one, and you're just gonna keep on adding candy canes until you fill up the whole paper and color it all, okay? Super easy project. Remember that this is due this week, okay? So we want to make sure that we turn this in no later than Friday, okay? Turn it in. All my friends, also 5th grade and 4th grade, I'm noticing that some of you guys are not turning in assignments. If you are one of the friends that is not turning in assignments, very important that you turn in your assignments. I know that I've been very lenient and merciful up until this point because I want to give a lot of grace. However, we need to go ahead and make sure that we are turning in assignments in order for me to give you a grade, okay? So please make sure that you upload your project under the assignments tab, okay? And once you're done with that, you are finished for your Christmas break. And friends, I just want to say have a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. I hope that you have an awesome time on your break and that you spend time with your loved ones and family and that you feel loved and filled with the holiday spirit, okay? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and have a great, 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 great rest of your day. Bye-bye, friends.